back, everybody. Today is a very, very special day in that we got the course sent to us by the Firecracker 50 crew. So we are going to go out and pre-ride the 2024 Firecracker 50 course in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Today's video is sponsored by Ben and Ken Win. They sure do. And so do you. I'd like you to think today about what makes you a winner. What makes a real winner? All right, see you on the trail. Heading up Boreas Pass Road. This course is something serious. Just gonna go straight up this road, all the way to the top, just straight away, like a winner. Winner, winner. I'm a hill climbing spinner. Still climbing. I'm at 82% climbing up here, and I can speak, and I feel significantly better than I did yesterday at 82, now 83. So that's probably a good sign. Acclimation? I don't know. I think it just means I'm winning. Do you ever feel nervous when you start thinking about the races?
A little bit. I try not to, and just try to remind myself that, you're kind of for me at least, I'm kind of need to race my own race. I know that there are people that live and train at high elevation that are really experienced cyclists that are gonna, smoke everybody that's not living at elevation. So it's just a matter of racing your own race. And for that reason, I don't know if there's really a huge reason to be nervous.
Yeah, reason or no reason, I find myself getting the tingly nerves, and then I think of what Tiffany once told me, run the mile that you're in. I think about that all the time, like, you are where you are, be where you are.
Yeah, so true.
And just be in it.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm at 86, and I had a really hard time getting to 86 yesterday. I'm a little short of breath, but I do not feel like I'm dying. So I kind of just want to stay here as we go up this ride, like up this hill. Be where you are.
Yep, settle in.
Characteristic number one of a real winner.
Process.
Love you guys.
I don't remember this being, there being anything crazy on this climb. I just remember it being long and kind of steady.
All right. Characteristic number two of a winner, steady. If you're in it to win it, you go steady, consistency.
Well, I know that at elevation, if I go above 92% of my maximum heart rate at a sprint, that I will implode in about 30 seconds. So one thing that I'm thinking about for this race is heart rate management at the start, and not getting sucked into some off the start sprint should that happen. I think it's better to hold it at threshold, and then once you hit the skirt section, kind of settle in at that 90% mark. I think that's going to be my strategy, because I'm bad at start sprints.
Yeah.
Like, my body doesn't agree with them yet.
Yet. Characteristic number 4
Oh yeah.
of a real winner.
I mean, I haven't trained a start sprint, so it's yeah, it's always room for improvement. And let it be known that it's not just the power of yet, it's the power of I haven't trained this, it's something that I'm going to be focusing on. There's that process of being open with your own improvement, and that is truly what the growth mindset is.
Yeah, the yet implies I can choose to put in the effort. I remember this spot.
Yeah.
Right here is where the dude on the bike was up ahead, stopped, looking up that hill, and his dog went sprinting off into the distance, and I watched it from afar and noticed that the dog was chasing a fox. And I was like, whoa, the dog's gonna get the fox. This is gonna be wild. And we kept riding, and we got up to the guy. And do you remember what I said to him?
I remember his response. I remember he made a joke, and he did not get the joke at
I
all.
said, whew. Well, he called his dog back, and his dog started coming back. And I said, whew. For a minute there, I thought I was gonna have to help you skin that fox.
Oh, yeah.
That did not go over so well.
Yeah, he did not realize that you were joking.
And then for the next 20 minutes of our ride, we made a lot of jokes about the hunting gear and field dressing equipment we could, if one chose, to carry in our packs. Characteristic number 5 of a real winner. Real winners do not skin fox while riding bicycle. So it's Monday now. We have been riding in Colorado for a week, and I can feel the gains. I feel significant gains. I'm not sure how long it takes for reals for all the biological gains in hemoglobin and mitochondria and all the cellular shenanigans, but I can feel them. And if it's mental, I'm cool with that too. Characteristic number 6 of a real winner: A-okay with the placebo effect. A-okay with it. If you think it's working and it's not harming you, go for it.
All right, so we're going to depart from Boreas Road here, and this is where we get on the track kind of terrain.
About 5.5 miles.
Yep.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, going up those punchy climbs, as soon as I punch up a climb, I'm like, ouch!
Isn't that the hard truth? That the thing that hurts the most to train is the thing that you need to train the most?
Characteristic number 7 of a real winner. Well, looks like we're making it through the tail end of the gloppity schlop schlop glop section. That is the official name of this segment on Strava. If you don't believe me, look it up.
Note to viewers, that is not the name of the official Strava segment right here.
Rule number 10 of a real winner: you believe everything you hear. How's it going?
Okay.
Have fun.
11,500, that's no joke, you know? That's why we're getting gassed so easy. Anyway.
And I'm feeling significantly better than I did the last couple days working hard, so
yeah.
I think that's a good sign.
Let's do
All right,
this.
ready to rip?
Maybe. I think we go.
Characteristic number 12 of a real winner. When asked a question about being a winner, the answer is maybe.
Yeah.
A little over 8 miles in, and we have a mile-long climb ahead of us. All right, about to go up the next hill. Whew. If I make it up through this fence first. Okay. Almost halfway up. Here we go. I think I just saw a trout. Characteristic 16. You push yourself so hard that you see things that aren't really there. But just like characteristic number 11, or whatever that one was, you believe everything to be true. My GPS says true romance ahead. I'm sold. Who doesn't want true romance in the Rocky Mountain Forest? I believe that's characteristic number 17 of a real winner. Seeking true romance in the forest. True romance, folks. Here it is.
11,600 feet on the nose. Well, sort of on the nose, almost. I don't know if you can see that. 11,600.
Hey, Greg, can you do me a favor real quick?
Yep.
Can you, I want to fill up my bottle. Can you get me a little pack of mix out of my dorsal pouch, please?
Yes. Dorsal pouch. You mean the one farthest back?
Yeah, the one on the front of the pack. I mean...
No, the one on the back of the pack.
The dorsal fin pouch.
Because if you were a dolphin and you were wearing this camelback, right? If you were a dolphin and you surfaced, no one would say, that's the front fin of the dolphin. Everyone knows it's the back. So it's the same with backpacks. Here's your mix.
And rule number 18?
Rule number 18 is the back pouch of a backpack is the dorsal pack pouch, not the front pouch, Ben.
Winners know the difference. Characteristic number 19 of winners, trying new things. Ben, I don't know if you remember this, but when I first met you, I did not do what I'm doing right now. I was terrified of a lot of this. Thanks for sticking with me and helping me build the courage to try all kinds of new things. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I wasn't actually going that fast.
Shit, dude. Yeah. Glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Characteristic number 20 of a real winner is that sometimes you have to break rule number 1, which our new friend, what's your name here?
Garrett.
Our new friend Garrett needs to know that rule number 1 is stay on your bike, friends. Characteristic number 21 of a real winner. You know what it is, Greg?
Getting mistaken for someone awesome.
Tell us what happened at exactly the spot last year.
So last year I was coming down this and I was wearing my Be More Awesome kit and some guy thought I was Mackie Franklin, which was hilarious.
Let's reenact the conversation.
Okay.
Oh my God, I thought that was Mackie Franklin coming through the forest.
Like, nope, I'm the dollar store knockoff, Mackie Franklin.
And I said,
oh,
no, you're at least big 5.
Which was the greatest compliment Renee's ever given me.
Characteristic number 21 of a winner. Be mistaken for someone way more awesome than you are.
Exactly.
We're at about probably 11 miles, is my guess. So, not quite halfway.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're free-riding this. I feel like it really helps planning your, how many matches you got to burn. Trying to plan it so that when you cross the finish line, you don't have any more matches, but that you just barely don't have any more matches, which I feel like is part of getting better at the racing side of mountain biking. It's just that planning.
Yeah, it's strategy.
Yeah.
Characteristic number 22 of winners, strategic. Ben and Ken, they know how to win. The strategy of how to train physically and mentally. Characteristic number 23 of a winner, you know when to hurdle. We're gonna call that a hurdle. I bet you all have a friend that you love to brag about, right? Just someone who's done something so unique and incredible that you love saying, I have a friend who. Well, I have a couple go-to brag about my friend stories. One of them is my friend Ben is a world-class hurdler. He was number 9 in the nation. Seriously, how many of you can say that? That's right, Ben's a winner. Well, this seems like it is going to be my crux. I think I'm faster running. This is gonna be tough for moi. But characteristic number 23 is we stay in the game, we adapt, we adjust. Oh, I would love to get back on my bike. We can't do it, folks. Shall we try?
It's maybe,
Can we hike a bike?
it's maybe half a mile to when it comes back. When it comes back, like up there.
Snowshoes, anyone? All right, characteristic number 24. Winners are always game for an adventure. Looks like it's a no-go.
It's really deep and it's kind of post-holing every step. I say we skip this section of the course. Okay, so now we gotta figure out how to get back on course. Okay, so what we decided is that this section right here is what's all snowed in, and we're gonna go down this trail called Wire Patch to Yellow Brick Road, and that will cross the course again and we'll pick up the course there.
Now to find the Yellow Brick Road. Yellow Brick Road! Trail closed.
We can climb up Humbug Hill, which is this road right here, and that will get us back on course.
Oh my God! There's a moose at the top of Humbug Hill. Stop. Stop. Characteristic number 25 of a winner. Respect all creatures. Hey, Moosey Moosey. He's not going anywhere. I kind of feel like we should not keep approaching him because he might feel attacked. I think we should try the other way. All right, we're heading down this road, this very beautiful road. I mean, look at that view.
Characteristic number 26 of being a real winner is that you don't have weird bumper stickers on your car. Or maybe it's that you do. But whatever this means, they like big boofs.
We are off course. We will let you know when we find our way back on the Firecracker 50 course.
Yeah, we're close.
All right, we are going up Rich Gulch Road in hopes of connecting back to the race course. So far, the conditions are better than Humbug Road. Okay, you got this. Stay with it. That's it. You got it.
news. The GPS just said on course.
Oh my God. That's great news. That was pain.
That was hard. Like a 400-foot climb in like a fourth of a mile.
That was brutal.
Just straight up a really steep hill.
Can I just have a bite of that so I don't have to open mine, or are you going to eat the whole thing?
I want the whole thing.
Okay. Characteristic number 29 of winners: they eat their own food. All right, on course. Characteristic number 30 of a winner: always appreciate the view. Be a winner. Appreciate the beauty all around you, every minute of every day. Okay. 18 so miles. I'm tired, and I'm thinking, okay, 25-mile race. I've got another good 7 miles to push hard, and I'm mentally preparing myself for that. Characteristic number 31. Winners mentally prepare themselves because you know it's gonna be tough. And it would be silly to think otherwise.
So we mostly have descending left, and there's a little bit of climbing. We're not done with our climbing.
Are we good?
No, this is not it.
Characteristic number 33 of all winners: we see everything in a positive light. Oh, you mean I get to turn around and climb this hill again? Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. No matter how many hills there are to climb, I will keep going right by your side. No matter how many hills there are to climb, I will keep going right behind. Characteristic number 37. Winners sing, even though they're not good at it yet. Yet. Oh, that is not the trail.
That was hard to see.
That was characteristic number 39 of a winner. Winners go off course unintentionally sometimes. Characteristic number 40 of a winner: we hit some obstacles head on, because that's the way they're meant to be hit. Hello.
Hey.
Have a good run.
Yeah.
Fun. We will, you too. Rule number 41 of a winner: winners remind others to be safe. That guy's a winner in my book. Either that or he's terrified of mountain biking and thinks that what I'm doing is absolutely insane. Which is what category I would have been in a few years ago. Either way, he's a winner. Climby, climby. Number 41. Climby, climby. Grimy, grimy. Winners are grimy. Ben and Ken, the grimy winners. Okay. Nothing like this punchy climb at the end of this course. 43. You don't give up. You don't give up. You believe you can until you can't. Believe you can until you can. Oh yeah.
You're gonna be gassed.
Being gassed.
Yep.
It's actually really hard for me to find a line and actually stay on it.
Yeah.
Oh God, like that. I really knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't able to make it happen. Sorry. Thank you for your patience. Oh. 45. Winners take time to thank people for their patience. And the downhill has begun. I hope. I hope. I hope. But not until I get the opportunity to climb this hill. What an opportunity! Every climb I think, it's the last climb of the day. 46 winners keep climbing even though they thought the previous hard thing was the last hard thing. I'm harnessing the mental fortitude of Benjamin Doucette in this moment.
Maybe that was the last climb.
Maybe. Pedal to the end. Number 47. Winners put the pedal to the metal. Look at this. I mean, this is magical. All right.
All right.
To town, the sign says. To town.
That was cool.
That's gonna be fun at the end of the race.
Yeah.
To town, says the sign, not to the ER. Number 48. Winners. Follow some key rules. To Carter Park. I can see the park. This moment of the race will be glorious. That'll be fun. There'll be so many people right here cheering and smell of good food. And that'll be the end, somewhere in here.
All right, all done and done. Course pre-ride for the Firecracker 50.
That was hard.
Yeah, it's a hard course. Definitely a hard course. We went, we got most of the course ridden. Everything was going pretty smooth for a while until, I don't know what mile it was, but basically French Gulch, which is kind of the farthest point out you go, is just completely snowed in. And it was kind of an impasse, so we had to sort of improvise our way back onto course, and that wound up being actually kind of gnarly and really hard, and actually kind of added more difficulty than what the actual course is supposed to have. So that was good.
But we love climbs, so we're glad there was an extra few.
Yeah. Yeah, man, the climbing at this elevation is just, I know we've been saying it, but it's just hard. Not having to stop for directions, not having to route find, having aid stations, not having packs. You know, there's 4 fill stations, so, you know, there's no reason to carry all that weight on your back.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be a lot faster at race pace and on race day.
Yeah.
So.
We'll see what happens when we get there. But most importantly, thanks again to our sponsor of today's video, Ben and Ken Wynn. Characteristic number 49 of a real winner is we know how to nurse our wounds. We've got a Knowles kit, so don't worry, we will
Got a
nurse
Knowles kit. We've got
we've
got a wounds.
Not bad. From today's third base slide in.
That's how I think of that. Split into third, no biggie.
Don't worry, we will nurse the wounds. We will not let them get infected. We will also nurse our physiological wounds, if you know what I mean, by re-nourishing ourselves, like any really good nurse who loves pepperoncinis. Anything with the pepperoni flavor is winning.
Yep.
All right, most importantly, the 50th characteristic, not the least important, the most important characteristic of winners like Ben and Ken are that no matter what they do it with love. Every single thing with so much love.
Yeah.
And we adore that about you both. And we try to use that, what we've learned from you, in our own lives and go with love and do it all with love. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks you guys so much.
Love you both.
Love you both so
very
much.
And all you other watchers, viewers, we hope that you learned a thing or two about being a winner. So now you can have a nice dinner conversation this evening. What makes you a winner?
Love
See
it.
you next time.